Can we have Pizza Week every week?
I know, isn't it great? It's the best week ever.
Pizza Week continues here on ARC Maine. Every day we are featuring a different style of pizza, while also highlighting the local businesses working hard to satisfy your cravings.
Yesterday we learned about Detroit style, and this morning we're heading to Italy. We have Chris Gould here, the chef and proprietor of Central Provisions and Tipo restaurant in Portland. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I already love what I'm seeing and what I'm smelling. So first, can you talk about Tipo and both of your restaurants and when you opened up? I mean, you are a very established chef in Portland.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Central Provisions, my wife and I opened in 2014, and then we opened Tipo in 2017. Central Provisions, a small place restaurant downtown, and then we opened Tipo, which is kind of more of a neighborhood spot in Back Cove on Ocean Ave.
I know it seems kind of a silly question, but what's the difference with Italian pizza and other kinds of pizzas?
Well, there's lots of different types of pizza in Italy itself, not even to mention pizzas around the world, but we focus on Neapolitan style pizza, which is from Naples, Italy. And so it's wood-fired, 100% wood-fired in our brick oven. It's naturally leavened. It's a 3-day process to make the dough. So it's almost kind of reminiscent of like a sourdough as well.
Okay, I was reading online that you actually went to Naples to do this research. Can you talk about that and all the pizza you tried and what the experience was like?
Yeah, I mean, I've been making pizza a long time. I opened a pizza restaurant, an Italian restaurant in Boston in 2009 with Ken Oranger, and then I traveled to Naples first then, and Rome, and I've been back 3 times since then. I love Naples. I love kind of the grittiness of the city and just like the authenticness of the pizza and all the food there.
What was it like learning about the pizza? What was like one of the biggest things that you've learned by traveling there and being there, I guess, you know, to discover their pizza?
I mean, I think less is more when it comes to quality pizza. Like, you don't need a ton of ingredients, a ton of toppings. It's just like really highlighting high quality ingredients is the biggest thing.
Well, speaking of topics and speaking of ingredients, you've brought 3 pizzas here. Why don't you talk about each one and what the ingredients are and you know, what's in them?
Sure. We have in the front we have the classic margarita pizza, tomato, a little bit of garlic in the sauce, and then fresh mozzarella and basil, a little bit of olive oil. We have our pepperoni pizza, which is San Marzano tomatoes, rosa pepperoni, and some house-made stracciatella cheese, a little bit of Calabrian chili as well for some spice.
Is that what the globs are on the white rice?
The cheese, yeah.
Yes.
So, yep. And then, which is basically the inside of burrata, so it's mozzarella that's marinated with cream.
Okay.
And then we have a mushroom pizza. It's a white pizza. We do both red and white pizzas. So this is a white pizza with local mushrooms roasted in the wood oven with some garlic, and then some taleggio cheese.
Amazing. What's the response from customers? You know, especially maybe some that have been to Italy. Are they like, this takes me back? You know?
Yeah. I've had many people say that it's like the most authentic Neapolitan style pizza that they've had outside of Naples.
Wow, so that's a high compliment for sure.
What's your favorite part of the pizzas that you make?
I think it's the time that goes into it. I mentioned before it takes 72 hours to make this dough. So I think it's the time and the process that goes into making each pizza. It's not, you know, New York style pizza where you make it, proof it, bake it all in, you know, a 6-hour period. There's a lot more time and effort that goes into it, and I think that really comes through in the final product. And
do you have a special oven, and what's the cooking time and process like?
Yeah, we have a La Pagnole oven from France. It's made of a special like porous stone that is only found there, and so it retains heat really well. And also, when you put the dough directly onto the stone, it pulls the moisture out of the bottom because it's so porous, which gives you a nice crispy crust on the bottom.
You talked about the 3 pizzas you brought here. What else is on your menu that people would see when they go there?
Yeah, so I mean, we're an Italian restaurant. We do handmade pastas, so all the pastas we make in-house. And so we have a list of different pastas available, a bunch of different pizzas, white and red, and then we do small plates, You know, we do salads, we do kind of antipasto type stuff.
Do you personally spend more time at one restaurant or the other? And do you find like they're very different?
They are very different. I try to split my time pretty evenly. And then we also have a farm that I run up in Freeport that we grow a lot of the produce and herbs and edible flowers for the restaurants. So between those three, it pretty much takes up all my time.
Yeah.
And then we also have a restaurant in Saco called Finest Kind that we opened last summer with our business partners.
Awesome.
What's some of the response you get, especially from the pizza?
I mean, people love it. It's great to go as well. We do a lot of takeout through Car Hop, a lot of delivery through Car Hop, which has been a great partner for us too.
And you're in such a good location in Back Cove. That's an awesome spot.
Yeah, it's really kind of turned over in the last 8 years that we've been there. You know, it was a lot of young families have moved in there, and it's really it's a family restaurant. So we have a lot of, you know, we have an 8 and 10-year-old daughters, and so you can tell the difference between Central Provisions we opened before kids and
Right.
Tipo we opened after kids. And so like Central Provisions is a little bit more date night type spot, and then Tipo's a little bit more family oriented. So.
Awesome. And just remind everybody of the address if they want to come by. And
Yeah, it's 182 Ocean Ave. You can find it on Instagram, or you can order pizza or pasta online at tiporestaurant.com.
All right.
Do you ever get tired of eating pizza?
Never.
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 Right?
I eat pizza 6 days a week.
And Chris is going to send me all of his recommendations for when I'm in Italy next week.
Starting
I'm
on
so
Monday.
excited. Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you so
absolutely.
much, and
Yeah.
happy Pizza Week.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
doing this.
Thank
We
you so
appreciate
much.
it.